So today we're going to be taking a ride from 610 North, and we're going to join up with I-10, and then we're going to go cross I-45, and then we're going to go over to US 59, I-610. So if you keep on the left, you take I-10 into downtown. If you keep on the far right, you go 610 south. And but we're going 610 north, so we're keeping on the left. This here is very confusing as to which way you want to go. And once we get over, I'm going to have to stay on 610. Because I will have an indication to go to US 290, and 290 runs north. On my right is a view of downtown Houston, which you can't see. So now when I'm over here, if I stay left, I'm going to end up going to 290, and I'm not going to 290. 290 west will take you to Austin, but I need to get all the way over so that I can get on 610. And it's written on the street 610 East. So see the weird thing with, because 610 is a loop, some parts are north-south, some parts are east-west. On the north part of 610, and we're going to head east. It's very confusing. So see if we're going to go left. We'll go left for Austin, which is like about 3 hours up the road, and but we're heading east on 610. Those buildings you see ahead, those are office buildings. And there's also a Sheraton Hotel over there. There's a lot of neighborhoods in here on the right. And I shouldn't think I need to get over. On the left, that big building where it says cPanel, if you are WordPress, that is a software that runs WordPress. Let's move up one more. Zoom as the sky is and people don't want to let me over. Scouted from America, right. This part of Loop 10 always has traffic, so see the sign from Bush Airport, which is where I'm heading today. Houston has two airports, Houston-Intercontinental and Houston-Hobby. They are both about the same distance from the center of the city, which is about 21 miles. Houston-Hobby is south of the city, and Houston-Intercontinental is north of the city. The one that gets the most air traffic is Houston-Intercontinental. Now when you come this way, there are two ways to get to the airport. There is I-45 north, and there's also 59/69 north. I'm actually going to take 59. because 59 has less traffic, although, you know what, let's do 45 today. The traffic shouldn't be too bad on 45. The only thing is I wanted to show you guys the entrance of 59 North to the airport, to come in from that side. Since in a previous video we did see how to get into the airport from that side. So do I do 45 North or do I do 59? Traffic is moving, which is good. Whoa, 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 whoa. Traffic is slowing down. And it was just moving. Guess the traffic is slowing down again. That guy's tires are bigger than his truck. Well, I spoke too soon about the traffic easing. Normally this traffic is not too bad, but not today. Now I actually need to go one more because we're coming up on I-45, and I-45 will take you from Houston to Dallas in about 4 hours, and it will also take you downtown from here. I'm trying to switch lanes, but there's a guy coming in. He's coming really, really fast. There's another guy. So I don't know why the traffic just slowed down. Doesn't seem that bad. Now, Houston is truck central. There are a lot of trucks in Houston. So as you drive along the highway, that's most of what you see. Trucks and SUVs. Still continuing your 610 loop 610. 610 loop is the one that runs around Houston. Then there is Beltway 8, and there's Highway 6. I think there's also 99. So you can pretty clear if you're going north on 45, you stay left. If you're going south on 45, you stay right. And if you're just going straight through, you go one lane over, and that will take you onto 610. This lane also takes you on 610. So what are we doing? Are we taking 45 north, or are we going straight through? Let's do 45 north, because I have not shown you guys what 45 north looks like yet. So we're going to go left. 610 east would have taken us all the way out to US 59, and then do US 59. What have we able to take care of? Okay. And now we are on 45. So 45 always has traffic, which I was really thinking I should have done 59. But I was hoping there wouldn't be any traffic. But look, there is traffic. Oh, go figure. So the traffic has slowed. I don't know why. This doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. I think it's just volume. So when you go into the airport, US 59 has less traffic going to the airport than 45. And both 45 and 59 ends up in downtown Houston. And we are moving again. And there's so much traffic. Okay, it's not too bad. It's saying it'll take 10 minutes to get to Beltway 8, 16 minutes to 1960. And that was just now. FM 1960 is a farm to market road. 1960. In Texas, these roads run from the, I guess what, way back when was the farms. And that's how the farmers would take their produce into the city of Houston, is taking the farm to market roads. And so when you see it says FM 1960, or some we just call it 1960, that's a holdover from. Now I-45, this road just has a highway. Just has all kinds of businesses on both sides of the highway going north, and so it's like the center of commerce in Houston. It would seem there's like car dealerships. I think are the most that are here. There's a Fiesta supermarket coming up on the right. Fiesta is a Hispanic supermarket. Houston does have a very large Hispanic population. The food in the Hispanic Fiesta is really good stuff. Houston also has a lot of pawn shops. It's incredible how many of them there is. So you get an idea of how many all these businesses all along here. But I try to stay up for 45 because 45 has so much traffic, as you can see. So if I'm going to the airport, I will take 59. You can take Beltway 8, but there is a toll. The toll, I don't know how much a toll is, like $1 or something. But there are tolls at different parts. Maybe 2 or 3 different tolls that you pay as you go. But it's a great way to get there because there's a lot less traffic on Beltway 8, and it goes right by Houston. We are going to intersect with Beltway 8 at the point where there is no more toll. Mexican buffet. All these businesses on the side, China King, and one of the biggest stores in Houston is Mattress Mac, and he sells, guess what? Mattresses. The name of the store is Gallery Furniture, and so you'd always hear them say, "Gallery Furniture is insane." So it's coming up here on the right. Big Las Vegas kind of neon sign says Gallery Furniture, free delivery today, and their motto is "Save you money today," is what he said. They're in Texas, but it's a huge store. I think I've been in there once. When I first moved here, I was trying to find a mattress. Did you know you're supposed to change your mattress every 10 years? That's what I've been doing too. So here has all kinds of different places on here. There is also a UPS center up here, so sometimes when UPS delivers your packages and you have to come pick them up, there is a center up here. There's also one at the other end of the city, which is in a place called Stafford. And they also have them there. Y Shop Parkers, Dental, Royal Finance. We've seen them a lot of these little strip malls, as you can see on the right side. And what's also on here is a lot of motels. I guess it's because of the truckers. This is a major road in the United States and Houston, because it connects Houston, which is the third largest city, to Dallas. And I don't know maybe Dallas is. Here's a good question. I don't know how large Dallas is. Where does it stack up in the number of large cities? But the largest cities in Houston in Texas are San Antonio, Austin. Houston is the biggest. Dallas. Did I get them all? I think those are the big ones. And they're all about. Dallas is 4 hours from Houston. San Antonio and Austin is about 2.5 to 3 hours. But look at the other side. The traffic on the other side is just intense. That's the traffic going into the city. So, if you don't have to drive on 45, don't. Take 59. Because 59, I think, is actually wider and you have less traffic. The bus, however, takes 45 to get to the airport, the 102. But it does have the HOV lane. When the HOV lane is open. One other thing about Texas is that the highway system is pretty incredible. They build these amazing on and off ramps, and then these junctions. You'll see another one come up when we get to 45 and Beltway 8. It's pretty phenomenal how they built it. There's just a solid line of traffic on 45. The FedEx thing is somewhere behind there on the right side. No, and FedEx UPS is somewhere there on the right side. It's one of the, I guess it's the sorting facility they have for another part of Houston. This highway is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 lanes. It's very typical of Houston. It's crazy to think of a city where you have a 10-lane highway and the traffic gets backed up on both sides. Just insane. Because in Houston, and the problem in Houston is where I've seen the biggest US flag, the huge one you just saw on the left side there. So it's moving, which is good. The right side is not moving that well. I mean, the left lane on the left is not moving that fast. So you see all the car places here on the right side, and all the other lanes. Most people who drive through Texas, they usually take I-10, because I-10 actually goes east-west. So if you end up starting at I-10, I think like at I-95, which is by top of Florida there, you can drive all the way across to California. my sign, Houston-Intercontinental Airport, which is at Beltway 8. And up there, it's very confusing again. I don't know why they make these entrance and exits so confusing. The flag you see flying, the red, white, and blue flag with the star in it, that is the flag for the state of Texas. It actually looks like the flag for Chile, except I think the colors are just slightly flipped. There's a big buffet there for China border. I don't even know if they still have buffets now due to COVID. There's a Walmart up here, it's on the left side. I think we passed it back there. And so we're coming up on Beltway 8. See, you've got... I need to get over to the right lane because it is actually very bizarre how to get there. It's just very complex. But if I stick it on a frontage road, I can still get to where I need to go. If I'm going straight on 45, continue on to Dallas and up to Kingwood, and those are the other northern neighborhoods of Houston, then I would stay in the left lane. So two of the more luxurious neighborhoods of Houston also is Kingwood and what is the name of the other neighborhood? I can't remember. But they're further up the road and on I-45. This is another one, the Spaghetti Junction again. Yeah, Texas is that's just how they build roads here. There's a Motel 6 down there. This is Hotel Row. There's a lot of hotels. So whenever you come into Houston and you want to stay at a hotel, these are the hotels that you typically end up staying. There's a Hilton over there on the left. There's also a Galleria shopping mall, not a Galleria, Reeds Point shopping mall, because this neighborhood is called Reeds Point. To get over, car right on my butt. The Hardy Toll Road runs from here all the way into the city. It is actually Texas has very, very nice pieces of roads, but there's a toll for that. You can also take the Hardy and take it into the airport as well. There's an entrance there, exit. So these are office buildings on the right, office buildings on the left, and there's like a Hyatt Regency right there. There are more office buildings on your left, quite a bit of office buildings, and then there's a Red Lion Hotel there. And like all along here on the right side and on the left side are hotels. And these are the airport hotels. All the airport hotels do have shuttles, so you don't have to worry about that. But you do need to check to see what times the shuttles are available, because not all the hotels have 24-hour shuttles. And there's no bus that will take you to the hotels. The Waffle House over there. Although there's a water tower, I don't think they actually keep water in it, because Houston doesn't use water towers for its water. There's quite a bit of power lines up here. I think when they built this area, ooh, look at that car. It's a green Maserati. Wow. I have never seen a lime green Maserati before. Okay, lime green with a little white piping. You see a lot of people, you see the crawfish ads, because Houston is very big on crawfish. Crawfish is really shrimp, but they're really, really big shrimp. And the south is Louisiana, and Texas has a lot of crawfish. Big power station on the left. Super 8, so all the hotels are along here. I don't think there's any 5-star hotel. I at the airport here in Houston. There's Homewood Suites. All these hotels are all new. Four Points by Sheraton, these are all new hotels. That extended stay is also new. And if you notice, the trees are all the palm trees are pretty much not rotting. So there's a lot of hotels along here, more hotels, Holiday Inn Express, Daybreak Suites. You may notice a lot of empty spaces because this area does flood, and those empty spaces are to collect the water when it rains. Another, I think it's an apartment complex, 2200. This is actually brand new. And I need to get over because I'm going to be exiting here. On the right side coming up is actually on the Seymour, more area to let water off. There is one of the oil companies, oil support companies, has an office up here, and that's the facility that you're seeing on the right. That is actually Halliburton. They're not an oil company, but they support the oil industry. So if we continue on here, this will actually take me to 59. And then I probably should have gone that way, but this will take me to 59, and that will take me into the airport. But I am going to drive another way, kind of a local way to get to the same place. And yes, there is a Cleveland in Texas. Not to be confused with Cleveland, Ohio, but there's a Cleveland, Texas. So you have more hotels on this road. This is JFK Boulevard. There's a Ramada. There's a Hot Biscuit Place. There's a Hilton Garden Inn. There should be a Sheraton. There's a Quinta here. There are also hotels on the left. So some of the airport hotels are here. Of course, because these are closer to the airport, these are going to cost you a little more. There's a Red Roof Inn here. There's a Sheraton on the right, and there's a DoubleTree on the left. The 102 is the first stop at the airport. So if you're staying in one of these hotels, you can just come across the street and take the 102 into the 102, and it also stops right in front of the DoubleTree. These are all the airport parking spots here. There's gas station. There's Jack in the Box on the side too. There's now a Hearth. Interesting. It used to be an Alamo, SpringHill Suite, Marriott Courtyard. There's a Park and Fly. Yeah, that spot used to be an Alamo. And 309 for gas up here. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going into the airport through here, I'm going to make a right here on Greens Road. And I'm going to take you to the airport from another direction. So over here on the left side is, this is parking for United employee parking lot. It's huge. Huge. Gone are the days when we used to have, I used to work for United, well, Continental/United, and we used to have company picnics, and it used to be, I think, over here on the right. But all along there is United parking. And if you go further down, there's also Eco Parking, which is owned by the city. So what we're going to do, this is all airport stuff here. And now we're going down to Lee Road, and we're going to make a left on Lee Road and approach the airport from the other end. if I keep going straight this road, I will get to 50 So this is just another way to get into the airport. This guy is coming up on, he's going to be whizzing by. He's in a hurry to get somewhere. Sorry, the road's a little bumpy. It's kind of weird. There's like a little dive bar up here. There's an accounting financial service, but there's a bar. I don't think it's here. Maybe it is there. No, that's somebody's house. This road. I think I'm in a developing country now. So I'm coming up on Lee Road here, and I'm going to make a left here. And this is another gas station. So this gas station here, gas is a Texaco, which I don't think. I'm trying to think if I've seen a Texaco in Houston. Now that I think about it. The gas here is probably cheaper. That Shell back there was $3.09. But in case of the price of the trees there. But it is $2.65. So if you don't want to pay $3.09 out there, you can come down here and do $3.65. So this is Lee Road. Lee Road runs around the airport. I think this is the north side? I always forget which one it is. But there's a north side and a south side for Lee Road. And I think this is the north side. This one actually goes right around the runway and crosses just at the end of the runway. And this is the spot where people come to watch planes. And I'm actually early to get to the airport, so we're actually going to hang out there for a little bit. So there's an airport food store here. So, and this is the little community back here. I'm trying to think if this is still a part of. It's not Greenspoint because Greenspoint is on the other side. But there's people living along here. Yep, the whole community inside here. Like I'm in a tropical country in the back here. But we are still in Houston. People apparently dump a lot of trash around here. It's crazy how nasty it is. I don't know if we're going to be lucky enough as I drive by to see an airplane coming in for landing. Maybe not. It's very windy. See the windsock. So, piece of airline trivia: the windsock actually tells you the speed of the wind based on how the windsock is. I've got my pilot training. I actually did pilot training a long time ago. but based on how it is, whether it's straight out, 45 degrees, or straight down, or some combination of that, you can read the wind speed from that. I think it moves at like 5. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. What each of the little things mean, but it does tell you that. So let's see if you're going to be lucky to see an airplane coming in for landing. And the computer says no. On the left is the airport. On the right is the approach path. Oh, you're gonna miss it. I think if I slow down, we could, but no. Sorry, this guy's coming through. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the airplane? That's the airplane landing. Woo! See, almost had it. Almost. It's just about touching down. So I'm going to drive through here a little bit so you can see. I might actually in the flight I'm reading. Quite a bit of people here. I don't know what that guy's trying to do. I think he knows what he wants to do. So notice a lot of people just come here and they just watch the planes as they come through. Not many planes these days, but people have their big seats. You sit down. Actually, there's another plane coming in, so I'm gonna point my nose into here so you can get pretty good view. Just gonna sit here for a little bit and then back up. And so there is an airplane coming, and you'll be able to see it in a few minutes. So you can see, should be able to see the airplane in a minute now. I can't tell if you saw it or not. It might have been too high. And so when the plane comes in, it's very, very cool because you kind of hear everything. And there are 2 runways, so there's one because the smoke ray just touched down, and there's another runway on the right side. So at times you can see airplanes coming in from both sides. Looks like there's a big hole in the road there. So if you look straight ahead, you'll be able to see an airplane that's landing. And there's another one coming in on the side there as well. I'm gonna pull over here a little bit so you can see the one that's landing. It should show up behind those trees in just a moment, just a little bit. There it is.